In the heart of a quiet village, nestled among rolling hills and whispering streams, lived a weaver named Nya. But Nya wasn't just any weaver. The cloth she created was legendary. It was said her fabrics held the shimmer of sunlight and the soft glow of moonlight, all woven together into patterns that seemed to dance and breathe. People would travel for days just to catch a glimpse of her work displayed in the small village market. They were mesmerized. "How do you do it, Nya?" they'd ask, their eyes wide with wonder. "What magical threads do you use? Are they spun from starlight?" Nya would simply offer a gentle smile, her eyes twinkling like the very stars they spoke of. "It's not the thread that shines," she would reply softly. "It's the heart behind it." Her answer was always the same, a simple truth that felt like a riddle to most. Among those who heard tales of Nya's wondrous cloth was a merchant known for his wealth, but also for his insatiable greed. He didn't see beauty, he saw profit, magical threads. He scoffed to himself. There must be a secret ingredient, a rare material she's hiding. He became obsessed with uncovering this secret, convinced it would make him the richest man in all the land. So, one moonless night, cloaked in shadow, the merchant crept into the village. He found Nya's small, humble hut at the edge of the woods. The door was unlocked, as was the custom in their peaceful community. With a heart full of avarice, he slipped inside, his eyes scanning the darkness, searching for chests of glittering thread or vials of glowing potions. But what he found was nothing. There was no treasure, no magic. Just a simple, worn-out loom standing silently in the corner. Beside it sat baskets of plain, ordinary thread, the same kind you could find in any market stall. A single candle flickered on a small wooden table, casting long, dancing shadows that seemed to mock his quest. The hut was bare, holding nothing but the simple tools of a dedicated artisan. Frustration boiled within him. This couldn't be right. Where was the magic? Where was the secret he had come for? His greed turned to rage, and he couldn't contain it. "Where is your magic?" he shouted into the quiet hut, his voice echoing off the simple wooden walls. Nya, who had been sleeping soundly in a small alcove, was startled awake. But seeing the agitated merchant, she felt no fear, only a sense of calm understanding. She rose, her movements slow and graceful, and lit another candle. In the warm, gentle light, she looked at the merchant and replied, her voice as soft as her finest silk, "The secret is patience. The magic is love." She then walked to her loom, where a piece of cloth was half finished. The pattern was intricate, a celestial design of suns and moons. She carefully unhooked it and handed the shuttle and the cloth to the stunned merchant. "Here," she said. "Try to finish it." Convinced this was a trick, but eager to prove her wrong, the merchant sat at the loom. He grabbed the thread and began to work, his movements quick and forceful. But his haste was his undoing. The thread immediately tangled into a frustrating knot. He tried again, his fingers fumbling, and the delicate pattern broke. The more he rushed, the more he tried to force the beauty to appear, the more chaotic the weave became. His hands were driven by greed, but hers, he was beginning to realize, were guided by something else entirely. Exhausted and defeated, he finally stopped. He looked at his own tense, clumsy hands, and then he thought of Nya's calm, kind ones. He remembered her words, "The secret is patience. The magic is love." In that quiet, humbling moment, the truth dawned on him. He hadn't been searching for a secret ingredient. He had been missing the essential spirit. Beauty wasn't a thing to be stolen or rushed. It had to be cultivated, nurtured with a peaceful heart. He slowly bowed his head, not just to Nya, but to the profound lesson she had taught him without a single harsh word. "Now I see," he whispered, his voice filled with a newfound reverence. "Beauty is born from peace. True skill doesn't come from greed or shortcuts, but from the patient, loving dedication we pour into our craft." Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If you enjoyed it and want to explore more tales that feed the soul, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me. Until next time, take care and be well.